back, everyone. This is Melody from Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It, and we are doing another episode in the garden series. This might end up being 6 or 7. Today we are going to take some 72 cell counts and we are going to start planting some seeds. If you looked at a previous video, I discussed what you do if you have a half a bag of potting mix, because that's the only thing that I use. And I told you you could put it in a container, Tupperware container, pour hot boiling water over it to disinfect it, and we'll bring you along and we will show you what we had already done. So this is an old Tupperware, or whatever you want to call a little bin that I'm using. This is the quarter of the dirt that I had left, and I boiled some tea kettle water and I poured it all over it to make sure that it would get, you know, if there was any like fungal or anything like that in there, you get it all out that way. So before we continue, I did want to explain that. I've also stirred it up with the spoon. You want your dirt to be like that. It's a little wet, but as long as it clumps up, we can go ahead and we can use that for some seed trays. But here's the bag that I got for this year, which is right here. It's a little different than what I normally get, but it's still Miracle-Gro. But this one protects against over and under watering. So we're going to get started on doing some seed trays. So like I said, my grandson is behind the camera, and I have just a solid tray for bottom watering. Because of the factor, I just got something in the mail as a Valentine's Day gift, and I will do a different video on that and explain why I'm not using the tray with the slits. These don't fit in it, and you want a bottom water. So we're going to get started on some of the pepper seeds from last year that I really liked. So if you want to go down there, I'm going to get a scissors, and I'm cutting this open, and I'm doing it at my dining room table. I'm going to obviously wash my whole tablecloth when I'm done, but a little suggestion is you can get an old cookie sheet. Hold on. I'll keep this right on there while I grab the cookie sheet, just to help collect some of the dirt that you may spill. It's not a perfect fit. Okay, Abby might have to show everyone when the time comes. I'm going to bring this. See how I'm going to do this. I might do this on the floor. How's that sound? Just so that you guys can see this a little bit better, and hopefully I don't make like a terrible mess. Basically, just want to get some dirt. I'm doing this maybe for the people that have never did seeds before. You just want to start putting some dirt in there. Oops. I'm really trying not to get this all over. I usually just dump handfuls on top first, like such. I get some on the carpet, I'll just have to vacuum it up. Like I said, do not use, oh, I'm really making a mess. Do not use topsoil. You want to either use seedling or potting soil. And if you find any big pieces, you can just pick it out. And you just kind of want to spread it down into the holes, which I'm going to need more. I thought the cookie sheet would be big enough to do this, but you know. And a little trick, leave an end either on each side or just one end empty, so that you can actually put water in there. That's another little trick. So you basically just want to fill the holes all the way up on a seed tray. Probably should have done this elsewhere. I wasn't really trying to get it all over the table. So yeah, this is going to be the next video in the series. So I wanted to bring you along so we can get some pepper seeds going because I feel like I'm behind. So, another handful. And just doing this in your house, just get ready to pull out the vacuum cleaner. I did leave the one hole empty on that end down there, so you can go across it just to make sure that all your cells have enough dirt. And then what I'd like to do after I get it spread on the top and make sure that they're all even is to basically, because it looks like a lot of extra on there, you can just kind of go like this with your finger, push it down on each one. You don't want to compact it, but you want to make sure enough dirt gets into the holes before you take any of the extra off the top of the trays. So, this could be a little fun thing for you to do with your kids or your grandkids. This is kind of how I do it, just a little bit messier. And then any extra, you go like this and cover up your holes that you did, just to make sure it's completely filled. You don't want there to be missing a whole lot of soil out of there. And what I dropped, I'm going to try to pick up because it definitely sunk down. Like I said, if you see any twigs or anything, just take it out. And then you can tell if your seed trays have enough dirt on them. By just going over it a little bit on some of the holes that you can still see. Just spread it out. Seems like a project, but it's really not. Okay. And now, excuse the mess that I made. Like I said, I will have to get out the vacuum. We're going to take this up to the table, like such. And then, if you look closely, this one seed tray is absolutely empty. So you're going to go back with your finger. Like I said, you don't want to compact it. You want to go and stick your finger in each hole. You can use, I guess, a pen, a pencil, and make your hole. And I'm just using my finger. Because you want it to be down there in the cell pretty good. And just to make sure you don't get little twigs like that. Okay. Smooth it out. And then we're going to take this. I'm going to show you what I do at my kitchen sink, because I have a sprayer hose. So come on. Let me move this out of the way so you guys can see. I just turn my water on lightly, but I like to use warm water. And then I just use the sprayer and just quickly wet the seedling trays, the dirt, pretty well, because we pushed it down. And that one hole will have water in it. Give it a good soaking. To me, that looks about good. I'm using warm water. And that's it. Because once you put your seeds in, you don't really want to water them, because of the factor you're going to misplace your seeds everywhere. So we'll just put this right back on the tray. Watch your feet. Okay, so we have one tray done. Okay, now I went through some of my old seeds, not old, last year. You can back up some just to see, well, unless I need to show them. I did like these, let me put my glasses on. We're doing strictly peppers. This is one of those trays, if you go back a few videos that I did a review on, that I didn't think was like the greatest. It's a little flimsy. I did say you can, on a budget, save like your bakery pans from like a bakery if you get a cake. I'm recycling an old dome that got busted last year. I'll show you that in a minute. But what I'm going to do with this seed tray is go through, and I'm going to just go through the seeds of whatever's left, see which ones I really like. This is the Chocolate Beauty Sweet Pepper, in case you can't see that. And let's see how many's in here. You can sit down there if you want. Let me say 1, 2, 3. So on this one, I think I'm only going to do 6 because I'm going to have a lot of peppers. So I'm going to do a row of 6. I guess you can base it off of how many you're going to do by the amount of space. Last year, I just planted so many seeds. Actually, no, I got it. I want to show you this because this is settling in, and you see how that dirt went down. So let me set my seeds without losing them right there. And I'm going to take another quick little handful and just go over this because I watered it, and if it sinks down, you got to add a little bit more soil on any low spots, which mainly seem like the ends, I guess. Yeah, you get a little messy doing it, but nothing that a little soap and water can't handle. Let me grab another one because it sunk down pretty good. This is why I do use, I don't use seedling soil. I use the potting mix because it is still pretty light. And it worked for me last year, so we're going to do it again. And it's okay if this top part is dry. That's fine. Just don't want to have very low. You might see things like this. It's recyclable. It's inside the mix. You can use a strainer if you like. I don't feel the need to have to do that. I just wanted to fill up a couple low spots that I saw. And when I find something a little bit bigger, I just pick it out. Okay, so I want to do 6 of the Chocolate Beauty is initially what I said. But I might end up doing the whole pack. I'll tell you why. Here's your seedling tray, right? I usually have a pencil nearby. I like to do 1 hole here and 1 hole here. I like 2 pepper seeds like this. Then you can lightly cover it. So that's going to be the row. Let's see. For the Chocolate Beauty, so I'm going to cover this up. I don't want it too low. You can just do 1 on that corner, and then 1 in this corner right here. 1 right there. Pepper seeds kind of like to be on the surface, so don't push them down really far. But for this row, which that one's stuck, you can always just move it over. And then here's another 2. So that's my suggestion. Go through your seeds from last year. And then you can just kind of sprinkle a little dirt over it. So I'm going to probably end up using the last of these seeds. Hopefully, let's see if we have enough. Preferably like them in the corners. Sometimes they don't go that way. The seed cell will give you an opportunity to get 2 extra seeds out of it. So there's 1, there's the other one, and I just have 1 seed left over. So what the heck, we're just going to set it right there. So we'll get 3. And then you can just either just tap it in, lightly cover it this way. You can put a little bit of dirt over top. You can see that. So I'm just going to take a little bit. Don't go crazy because you don't want to pack them in there. Just lightly cover them over top. Put some dirt. And then make sure, because I've had this happen before too, where I forgot to label them. So let me grab that and then we'll be right back. So, something I mentioned before are your tags from last season. For an example, I just found my Chocolate Beauty Sweet tag. So we did 1 row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, covered it with a little dirt, and we put 2 seeds in each one, try to do in the corner, and 1 extra one. So recycle your tags after you wash them. So I'm going to put a mark on the envelope so that I know, so I can hold on to that pack for next year. What else did I really enjoy last year? Because I don't want to go super nuts. I hope there's some of... Oh wait, that's tomatoes. I'm on the peppers. I'm like in a rush to do the... Oh wow, that one's going to be a tough one. I thought I pulled out all the pepper seeds. Okay, we have some banana sweet, Tabasco. I already have some germinating in the baggies if you saw that video. Let me grab my container really quickly and see if I'm missing some extra seeds or peppers. If not, we will be moving on to, this is my little system I have going on right now. Can I just sit still? Now I have to know my pepper seeds. It's crazy, I'm doing peppers right now. They're probably all mixed up. Yeah, guess I pulled through a lot of peppers. I went and got a pencil so that you can make your holes that way as well if you like. So the first row, sorry guys if I seem all over the place, got interrupted doing the video. Just kind of had to pull it together real quick. So it was one row of chocolate peppers from my seed pack that was left over last year. So I put done on that because that's empty. So now, I did talk about my jalapenos last year. They were really hot. How do you base how many seeds you're going to plant? Depends on where you live, how much property you have. I have a little bit of a smaller spot here. And they keep, you know, giving me a hard time about gardening. So I'll have my 2 gardens this year here where I live. And I may take, I had 4 beds last year across the street. I may take 5. So that's how I'm going to base it. I could have 1 whole bed full of peppers. I just wanted to pick some of the ones that I really liked from last year and bring you guys along while we finally get some seeds going, because I feel like I'm behind on the peppers. Okay, so this is the jalapeno hot, and I got a ton of them last year. So I'm going to just go into the next row, and we're going to do the same thing. Can you see this? We're just going to put a pepper in one corner, pepper seed in another corner. Remember, don't push them down too far. Pepper seeds kind of like to be on the surface. I'm just going to do 1 on each corner on 1 row. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 12. So that row is the jalapeno hot peppers, and I just did 12 in that row because even if I do 4 here, I could do 4 across the street. 4 jalapeno plants of this type got me a ton of peppers last year. Honest to goodness. But I did go a little hog wild. So basically, I'm just going to take, whoops. I'm just going to press my seed down just lightly if you want. Oh, I just actually moved my seed. Yes, I did. Okay. It happens sometimes. I just want to make sure that they're down there a little bit, but I'm not forcing it. If you can see that, I'm not pressing down real hard. And I will just take a light little handful of dirt and go right over that row. And just make sure that it's covered. You can use a little spray bottle after the fact because I did wet the dirt, obviously. So that's 2 rows done already. Okay. Now, like I said, I am recycling some of my sticks. So let's see, before I have to waste any other ones, I am going to look for the jalapeno hots. And we're going to reuse them. These were the sticks I told you to wash and reuse. And if not, I'm sure I have my other pack somewhere. Okay, I don't see it for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the pencil and put a J on the back of it so I remember. And that's the second row. Okay, so what did I do? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I'm going to write 12 on the package because there's still some left over. And I put it off to the side. See how I circled 12 because there's still seeds left in here. It tells me how many I'm planting, and this one is completely empty. So if you want to, you know, buy some more for next year, you kind of know what you have and what you don't. Okay. Santa Fe Grande. This is another type of a hot pepper we could do. We have long hots. We have the banana sweet that has some left in there. It's an extra jalapeno. I don't know. I do have some of these germinating. This one is empty, so I'm not going to plant any of them. And I do want to do some of these. This is jalapeno chili peppers, but they're not as hot compared to my other ones. They're extremely hot. So let's do banana sweet because I just found the tag. Okay, same routine. We're just going to take out 2 for the next row. The only reason why I really use a pencil is just to make somewhat of a hole. Like I said, I don't press pepper seeds down really far, just to give me an idea so that I can move the dirt over if I have to. We have quite a bit left in this one, so here we go. We'll do another row with you. Just put 1 in each corner. And then keep going down this row. I'm sure there's people that maybe have done this before. I feel like I learned a lot when I was first planting seeds. I didn't know how to do all this, so this is why I'm bringing you along. As I previously stated, that I would bring you along from beginning to end in this video series, gardening series. So if there's somebody that maybe never gardened before, sometimes kids like to garden, and you can show them. They can look back on the video and be able to learn something. Even adults like me. Okay, so this was the banana sweet pepper. 12 again. So because this tag is already written on, I will find my magic marker. It's around somewhere. And that is that row. I mean, last year I did go a little crazy. I had so many extra plants. I didn't know what to do with them. So I'm just taking a little dusting. If you can see this. The tag might be in your way, hopefully not. I'm just taking a little dusting and covering up the seed. If you find a big clump of something, you can just remove it. like I am. And I'm just going to give it a little pat down. So I'm not sure if anyone has used a cell tray before. That's the meaning behind this video, is to let's plant some pepper seeds together. Okay, so I just did the banana sweet peppers. Okay, I still have some of them left. I circled 12. It's over there. Okay, we're moving along. These are the, I call them long hots. These are the big gems. I had some left over from last year. So we are going to do at least this half. I'm not going to make this an extremely long video for you guys. If I can help it, I won't. But it's pretty easy though, like I said. Same thing if you're saying this. It's like repeat, repeat. But that's how everybody learns. Just take a seed in one corner. Oh, I thought I had 2 seeds. I only had 1. Now you will, when these do come up, you will have to lightly pop them out, and you're going to have to put them in a bigger container. I can show you that when the time comes. I just feel like the crunch is on, and I need to get my butt in gear because I have been germinating some seeds, but I'm not sure what's going on this year. If I have too many baggies on top of each other, it's taking them a little bit longer than usual to germinate. So I think the okra is almost there. But last year I did germinate pepper seeds. So there you go. We have 12 of the long hots. And the extra I'm just going to put back in there, and I will write a 12 on here for this season. And I didn't even touch my gardener seeds yet. I want to go through, you know, some that I want to get moving now. Let me do a little dusting. I usually like to just give it a light little tap so the seed stays in place. And then I will just sprinkle a little bit of dirt to cover the seeds. Like I said, pepper seeds like to be kind of on the top. And just cover it up best you can. And that's my dog whimpering. Don't mind her. Yeah, just a little sprinkle. I don't strain the soil. I don't do any of that. If I find, like I said, little bigger pieces, I just pick it out. And there is the long hot. So let's see if I have a stick out for that, because I have a whole bunch that are all clean. Yellow sweet. Underbell. And if I don't, I will do the same thing. Let's see, so that one was long hots. It's only in pencil, so it's fine because I will fix it when I'm done. So we have 2 more rows to go. I'm not going to do the whole tray. I'm just going to do 2 more rows of peppers with you guys. And let's see. Because then, wait a second. Okay, these are the Santa Fe Grande Hots. Let's see if I have a tag out for them first. I just wanted to give you a quickie little, how do you plant pepper seeds inside a 72 cell count. So I didn't want to tie these up for too long. I just wanted to at least do half of the 72 cell count so you guys could see how to do it. As you saw, it was pretty simple. Fill it up with dirt. Take it to your sink if you have a hose, or you could do it in your bathroom. You want to quick soak the dirt, and then, you know, make sure each one's full. Like I said, I left this one down here empty, and you can always fill that with water. You can water your plants, geez, let me think here a second. What are your plants? By just lifting this up a little bit, if you can see that, you just lift it up and you want to bottom water. You don't want to go over the top. So we are going to move on to, I guess, I don't think I did these, did I? And then the sweet peppers. Santa Fe Grande Hots. We're going to do a few of them if there's any left. So let's see if there is or isn't. I'm just trying to be a little, there's some left. I'm just trying to be a little extra careful this year because, like I said, I went crazy with the pepper seeds last year. And I had so many. Okay, we're on the next row. So hopefully you can see this. Again, peppers like to surface. They like it nice and hot. So I am just, oh, that was 3. Right, 1 on each corner. Every now and again, you find a little twig. But I had no problems using this type of soil last year. And that's what worked for me. Except this one's a little bit different because it's, I do have Miracle-Gro that's out in the kitchen in the bin that I told you about. That I poured hot tea kettle water over it so it wouldn't be infected with anything. It was just a half a bag. But this controls, this is what they had, protects against over and underwatering, grows your plants twice as big. Okay, we're just gonna press our tomato seeds down a little bit, just a little handful of dirt. And we're going to sprinkle right over. Just enough to cover your seeds. Seeds like it about 75. They like a warm spot in your house. I will do a video coming up next on what is my little setup here that I have to germinate or to do my seed cells. I will definitely show you that. But yeah, so I mean, pretty easy, guys. Now I can take like a watering bottle and just lightly mist this. If you have any extra dirt, just spread it out to the next side. There's only 1 row left on here. I'm not going to drag these along. I am going to be doing some of the jalapeno chili pepper because I want some that's not real hot. So that is how you do a 72 cell count. Just sit at your table, get some seeds. Pepper seeds like to be on the top. Just give them a slight little press and then just cover them with a little bit of dirt. Make sure you're a little bit more prepared than I am tonight and have your magic marker handy. And recycle your tags and just put it in and then just keep going. So I just wanted to hop on real fast because this is the next video in this series because we need to get crack-a-lack in here and get moving. And I wanted to show you, in case you didn't know how to do it, which is how to plant some pepper seeds. So that is how I do it. And then I will show you in the next video where we go from here and what my setup looks like. When I go to do tomatoes, I will bring you along for that too. But thank you, everyone. Hopefully you can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of peppers done in that short little period of time. Wasn't trying to do a super long video, but I just wanted to show you how I do my pepper seeds. And I will bring you back on the next video to show you where I keep my pepper seeds and what my setup is. So yeah, if you're following along on this journey, you've never gardened before, please feel free to, you know, get some seeds and plant something. Maybe do it with your kids. It's kind of fun. Any comments, questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. Please subscribe and also smash the like button. And yes, this will be, let's plant some pepper seeds together. Maybe that's what I'll name it. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to bring you along to show you I mean, it's really that simple. It makes a little bit of a mess, but takes a couple minutes to clean up. And just sit down and start planting your pepper seeds before it gets too late. So, all right, guys, God bless, and I will see you on the next video.